so far tonight. All right, check it out. We've got Garrett, KG5KVJ, hanging out with us in Buda. Oh, look, we got Anderson, KI5NLK. He came to play with us. He's in North San Antonio. Good to see you tonight. We got Ashley, KI5MVF. She's all the way in Ding Dong, Texas. Not real sure where that is. And Philip, AC5G, once again, he put on the Fox this weekend, so thanks. Jeffrey apparently is out in Ding Dong, Texas as well. So we're going to have to go and see. They're on Echolink. We're going to have to go see where in the world that is. We got Sky, N5LX, hanging out with us. He's in Austin. We got Scott, KI5OVD, and Kyle.
This KI5KAT.
Go ahead.
Ding Dong, Texas actually exists. We just went and looked it up. KI5KAT.
Right on. Well, we'll talk to Jeffrey and Ashley and see where exactly that is. We got Ernesto, KI5PZN, and Medea, KI5SYX. They are actually playing as separate people tonight. That's impressive. We got our buddy Bryce, KI5SMP. Good to see you in here tonight, Bryce. We got Steven, KAT. We got Leslie, NM5NU. She's out in Placitas, New Mexico. As well as Bill, WI5ITZ. He's in Ganada, Texas. Welcome, sir. We got Bill, N5SMO. He's hanging out in North Austin with us. Trina and Doug, KG5UNK, hanging out with us. We got Steve, KI5HWD. He is in Liberty Hill, fighting for the North. Leonard, KI5NLC, and let's see, we also, I said Leslie as well. So we got Leonard and Leslie. We've got Layla, N5TZV. We got Nick and Leanna. They're also in Placitas, N5NMU. Brian, N5TZV. And last but not least, I already said her name, but Maria, KI5SYX. Rumor has it she's hanging out with her sister. So let's go talk to Jeffrey and Ashley and find out where in the world Ding Dong, Texas is.
We are just south of Colleen, staying at an Airbnb this weekend, just kind of on a large ranch, a nice little like 2-bedroom house, very much out in the hill country. It's really pretty out here on the Lampasas River, just having a chill weekend. But Jeffrey is very excited to be able to say that we are actually in Ding Dong, Texas.
Yeah. Why are we out here this weekend?
It's my birthday.
Well, don't sound so excited that it's your birthday there. Now, come on, happy birthday. How old are you, or can we ask?
Oh, sure, I don't mind. Technically, it is tomorrow. So today is my last day as a 28-year-old. I will be 29 tomorrow.
All right, haven't made it to 30 quite yet. Once you hit 30, that's when the gray hairs start coming in, and life starts just going downhill from there. So enjoy it while you got it. All right, well, if anybody has any questions, let's go ahead and knock some of those out so that we can get this thing going. If you have any questions or concerns, please come with your name and call sign now. Nothing heard. Let's move everybody into round one. These are old school commercials, so for those of you that have been around, 30 plus years, this is going to be fun for you. Take you back into history. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands on your buzzers. The Friday Night Trivia Net will begin in T-minus 10 seconds. Four years before Seinfeld debuted, which cast members sang and danced in a McDonald's commercial? All right, well, over half of you seem to think Jason Alexander was it. We got Wayne Knight coming in second, Julia Louis Dreyfus coming in third, and Michael Richards fourth. So which one of these guys was dancing around? Yeah, it was Jason Alexander. In 1985, Jason Alexander sang and danced his way through a McDonald's ad for the gimmicky McDLT, whose package kept the lettuce and tomatoes separate, ensuring that the hot stays hot and the cold stays cold. I totally remember that. All right, question number 2. What barnyard creature was featured in a fan-submitted Doritos Super Bowl ad in 2013? Well, it looks like goat was the number 1 answered, followed by duck, cow, and chicken. So what barnyard creature was it? Yeah, it was a goat. So in 2006, Frito-Lay launched its Crash the Super Bowl contest, in which fans were asked to submit Dorito commercials with the best ones airing during the Super Bowl. A memorable spot for the 2013 features a head-butting, Dorito-loving goat. I completely do not remember that commercial. Question number 3. What over-the-counter remedy featured the catchphrase, "I can't believe I ate the whole thing," in a popular 1972 ad? Well, it looks like Alka-Seltzer is the number 1 answer on the board. We got a tie for Pepto and Rolaids for second and third. Tums coming in fourth. So, what was it in 1972? Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer commercial in 1972 made a "I can't believe I ate the whole thing" one of the most popular catchphrases in advertising history. Howie Cohen created the famous spot titled in his 2019 memoir, "I Can't Believe I Lived the Whole Thing." My father loved Alka-Seltzer. He would take handfuls of medicine with Alka-Seltzer, and, life is awesome. So I think that was the first medicine I ever took that I threw up just taking it because it was terrible. All right, question number 4 in our retro commercial round. Which iconic commercial mascot was known for interrupting fake commercials for Chateau Marmoset wine, Golden Grenade cereal, and Rotten Brow beer? So the Energizer Bunny just eking into first place. The Brawny Man and the Aflac Duck, good old Gilbert Gottfried, are a tie for second and third. And the Kool-Aid Man coming in fourth. So who was interrupting those commercials? Yeah, it was the Energizer Bunny. I don't remember any of those. I do remember the constant banging of the drum, though. So I do remember that. Question number 5, and halfway through round number 1. What cola company put a smile on Mean Joe Green's face in an iconic 1979 commercial? %of you think Coca-Cola is it, followed by Pepsi, and then we got a tie for Royal Crown and Dr. Pepper for third and fourth. Let's see what it is. Yeah, Coca-Cola was it. All right, well, we're halfway through round number 1. Let's fire up the scoreboard and see where what is. We got Philip, AC5G, hanging out in the number 1 spot, followed by Scott, KI5OVD, and Maria, KI5SYX. All right. Well, while y'all are doing that and checking out the scores, we got to let everybody know that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got 21 people hanging out with us so far. If you want to come join us, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your name, and you can be hanging out with us. So this is question number 6, and this is when you get to put those points to good use. So y'all place your bets, and let's see how you do with question number 6. Here we go. What popular singer-songwriter got his start writing commercial jingles, including State Farm's Like a Good Neighbor? Oh, man, those numbers are moving all the way till the end. So Barry Manilow is coming in number 1, followed by Bob Seger, Jim Croce, and Billy Joel. So who wrote State Farm Like a Good Neighbor? Yeah, it was Barry Manilow. In addition to jingles for State Farm, Barry Manilow also is responsible for Johnson & Johnson's Stuck-On Band-Aid and McDonald's You Deserve a Break Today jingles. I am a fan-alo, so I grew up listening to lots of Barry Manilow. All right, well, let's see how that did. We got 47% that knew that, so that's going to do some things for the score. We got Bill, hey, W5ITZ hanging out in the number 1 spot. That boosted Anderson, KI5NLK, into the number 2 spot. Way to go. And Nick and Leanna, N5NMU, and NM5NU, it's easy for me to say, into the number 3 spot. All right. Check it out. I love the points wager. That's my favorite one. All right, let's see what question number 7 is. What company featured a puppy monkey baby in their 2016 Super Bowl spot? For whatever reason, this reminds me of South Park's Man Bear Pig. I don't know why, but maybe it's just the 3 words. But let's see what y'all think. Oh, check it out. 70% of you think Mountain Dew, followed by Oreos, IKEA, and Old Spice. So where was the puppy monkey baby? He was in the Mountain Dew spot. Despite its bizarre premise, in 2016, Puppy Monkey Baby ad for the Mountain Dew was rated the number 1 Super Bowl commercial of the night. That is why I don't watch sports. All right, question number 8. Which fellow octogenarian appeared with Betty White in a Snickers commercial in 2010? Well, check it out. Looks like Jack Klugman is the number 1 answer, and Carl Reiner coming in a close second, followed by Abe Vigoda and Harry Morgan. I don't even know who Harry Morgan is. So let's see who appeared with Betty White in that Snickers commercial. It was Abe Vigoda. Abe Vigoda. So let's see who got that. That was Sky N5LX. Brian, N5TZV, Ernesto, KI5BZN, way to go, Ernesto, Nick and Leanna, NM5NU, and Bill, N5SMO. All right, way to go, y'all. Question number 9. What best-selling author created I'm a Toys R Us kid slogan while working at an ad agency in the early 1980s? I would have totally been guessing at this one. Let's see what y'all think. James Patterson coming in number 1 spot. Tom Clancy second. Nicholas Sparks third. And Stephen King in the rear. So who created the Toys R Us slogan? James Patterson was the correct answer. Way to go, y'all. Question number 10 and the end of our fantastic retro commercial round. What timepiece brand aired the world's first television commercial on July 1st, 1941?
This is Kilo Alpha 5 Delta Motorcycle Mobile crashing your party on I-35 coming back from French Legation Parks on the Air. Just saying hi. KA5D.
Kyle, you can crash the party all you want as long as you don't crash, man. So you stay right upright. Do you have an answer by chance on this?
Well, I don't have my iPad in front of me, but I'm going to say Timex.
All right, so Kyle's going for Timex, and that's the number 1 answer, believe it or not. And that's what everybody thought. So we got that. Bulova coming in second, Rolex third. Nobody picked on Elgin. So what timepiece brand aired the world's first television commercial on July 1st, 1941? Kyle, man, you're wrong. It was Bulova. The 10-second ad for Bulova watches that aired during a Brooklyn/Philadelphia Phillies game on July 1st, 1941 is credited as the world's first television commercial. Check that out. All right. Well, Kyle, we hope you make it home safe, and hopefully you got 10 contacts so you've officially got the POTA credit. Let's add up the scores and see how everybody did in round number 1. We got Bill, W5ITZ in the number 1 spot, Anderson, KI5NLK in the number 2 spot, and Nick and Leanna, NM5NU in the number 3 spot. So let's go chat with Bill, W5ITZ. Congratulations, sir, on winning round number 1.
Good evening, folks. I'm coming in from Spring, Texas on a Clear Nose All-Star connection tonight. Great game.
Roger, Bill. Thanks for coming and playing with us. Let's go talk to Anderson, KI5NLK. Good to see you in here, man. You missed 4. Which one's got you?
Hey, KI5NLK. Man, I was guessing the whole way through. Not a one of them did I know, so I think the ones that got me was the watch one and maybe a couple others. The Alka-Seltzer.
Roger, man. Well, hey, at least you're in here fighting for the South, so that's all that matters. Let's go out to New Mexico to Nick and Leanna, NM5NU. Congrats on the number 3 spot. You got 7 out of 10 right. Which one's got you?
Hey there, NM5NU in Placitas. Hey, yeah, I think I got the Abe Vigoda. That was a good one, but the Alka-Seltzer one fooled me. And that last one, I really thought we had Timex there. But Bulova, that's very interesting. So I've learned something there. That was a good one, Rusty. NM5NU. Back to the group.
Roger, man. Yep, I think Timex fooled everybody on that one. That was the number 1 answer. Well, we're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. We got 21 people hanging out with us. We're going to get you moved over into our first intermission. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please come with your name and call sign now.
I'm trying to set up the Discord thing that y'all keep talking about, but I'm having struggles. It is DISCORD. It looks like an arcade game.
Yes, it is Discord. If you go to our see a Discord button, and if you click on that, it'll give you a link. You can do it on the web, or they do make an app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and for Mac or PC.
Okay, well, I'm trying to set it up on my iPhone because I'm running the trivia now. Multitask all that, but so I just need a link. I'm already got the app on my phone, but I need a link to get to y'all's server.
All right, so if you go open up your web browser on your iPhone and click on that Discord button, and that will give you the link, and that should make it open. It'll either open in Safari, or it will ask you if you want to open up the Discord app, and that should fix your problem.
Okay, working on that now. I knew you'd have the answer.
Yes, sir. And if you do that, and for those of you listening that would like to join Discord, now is a great time to do it. Oh, I see in there, Brian, N5TZV. So we can make that happen, and we can get you approved, because we do have to authenticate you, but we got the welcome team standing by, waiting here to help that out. So we'll get you set up, and for those of you that are listening, go over to n5oak.org, scroll down to the bottom, and look for that Discord button, and you can join us on Discord.
Uh-oh, that didn't work, though, because, okay, I got it now. I got to learn how to use the app. Thank you. You got me in the right direction. N5TZV.
Yep, I just approved you, and you are good to go, man. So yeah, you should see we have everything sectioned off. We've got the club/members, we have the radio channels, we got the club nets and RF activity and the video nets. So yeah, you should see all the channels there, and you should be good to go.
Kilo Alpha 5 Delta, motorcycle mobile, made it home safely. 7-3.
All right, let's move everybody into round number 2. Round number 2 tonight is all about superstitions and old wives' tales. This one was fun when I got this one set up. And of course, you know, before we get this done, we have to let everybody know yet again that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign, and you can be hanging out with us. It's easier than Discord, I promise, because Discord's kind of a pain in the rear sometimes. So, round number 2, superstitions and old wives' tales. Hopefully, y'all are ready. We're going to let all the repeaters take a quick break, and we will be back with question number 1. All right, here we go. Question number 1. According to folklore, how many years does it take to digest swallowed chewing gum? Seven years is what everybody seems to think it is, followed by 12, 5. Nobody picked 2. Wonder why. Nobody thought 2. So according to folklore, how many years does it take to digest swallowed chewing gum? 82% are right. It's 7. Old wives' tales suggest that chewing gum takes 7 years to be digested, but doctors agree that although the human body does not process the necessary enzyme to break down gum, it will pass through your system just like any other food. Question number 2. Theatrical superstition proposed saying that this in a theater outside of the prescribed lines of dialogue will bring curse to the play. Well, I wonder how many thespians we have in the group. Let's see. Macbeth is coming in as the number 1 answered, followed by Romeo, Hamlet, and Richard III. So what are you not supposed to say in theaters unless it is a part of the dialogue? Yeah, it's Macbeth. Theatrical superstition suggests that speaking the name Macbeth inside a theater, other than during rehearsal or performance, will bring a curse. Macbeth is commonly referred to as the Scottish play to prevent bad luck. Question number 3. What does it mean if a wedding band dangled on a string moves in a circle over a pregnant woman's belly? So y'all seem to think it's a boy. That's what it means. Followed by twins, and then there's a tie for a rebellious child or a girl, which is really the same answer, I mean, if you think about it. So let's see what it is. We've got, it's a girl. That's what it is. All right, so 5% got this right, and that was Scott. KI5OVD. All right, man, so are you big on the superstitions here, or were you just guessing on this one?
No, not superstitious personally. My dad was kind of, but I remember this one. Back when I was young and all my mom's friends were having babies, I remember this one. Yeah. Yeah, circle, girl, back and forth, boy. Up and down. KI5OBD, back to that.
Yep, that's exactly right. Like, right here in the notes it says if it's a girl, the ring swings back and forth. Or no, sorry, if it moves in a circle, it's a girl. If it swings back and forth, it's a boy. All right. I had a friend. Her mother was Mexican, and they had all kinds of things and stuff that they would do. It was fantastic. I learned a lot from that lady, and sometimes they work just as well as most any other things, so you can't fault her. But it was always fun to see what Ruby had in store whenever you had some kind of a weird ailment. It was great. All right, question number 4. How many spiders are people likely to eat in their sleep each year, according to the National Sleep Foundation? So I personally would have guessed, 8. 8 would have been my guess. It's a tie for 3 and 8 for first and second place. 0 coming in third, and 11 coming in fourth. So how many spiders do we typically eat at night? None, not one. The National Sleep Foundation says 0 spiders are eaten each year, since they would not likely go into a predator's mouth while people moving enough in their sleep would scare them away. All right, so let's see who picked this. We got Trina. Congratulations, Trina, for making that one. And Bill, W5ITZ. So, Bill, did you know this, or were you just guessing, man?
Well, it sounded logical, but other than that, a total random guess. W5ITZ.
That spider coming out of her mouth is just freaky. That is just totally freaky. I would never in my wildest dreams do that. All right, question number 5, and halfway through our round number 2 of superstitions and old wives' tale. In Greek superstition, making a toast with this in your glass is considered wishing death upon the recipient. So a whopping 74% of you said with nothing in your glass. Water coming in second, ouzo third, beer, nobody even touched that. So making a toast with what in your glass is considered wishing death upon the recipient? Water. Who knew? Making a toast to someone with water in your glass is to wish death upon them, a belief with roots in Greek mythology. Well, I've done that several times and had no clue. So let's see who got that one right. That was Ernesto. Way to go. Oh, and Maria. All right, Ernesto, Maria, Leonard, KI5NLC, and Bill, again, W5ITZ. All right, well, that's halfway through. Let's fire up the scoreboard. We'll see how we did. Scott, KI5OBD, is in the number 1 spot. Way to go, man. Leonard, KI5NLC, is in the 2nd place, and Ernesto, KI5PZN, is in the number 3 spot. So I completely glossed over it's the North versus the South. So let's throw up the North versus the South and see how we're doing with that. We got the South in the number 1 spot with 384 points, and the North coming in second with 281 points. All right, congratulations to the South. Y'all need this to tie. Y'all need this to tie, so keep going South. All right, while everybody's checking out the score, we got to let you know you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n50ak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. We got 19 people hanging out with us. And this is the fun part of the game where you get to bet your points. So everybody place your bets. Let's see how you do on question number 6. All right, here we go. Superstitious gardeners believe that burying this near roses will improve their bloom and fragrance. So check it out, chicken bones, the number one answered, followed by scrap iron, hard candy, nobody picked feathers. So what do you bury near roses that will improve their bloom and fragrance? Scrap iron. Scrap iron is it. So let's see who got Scott, KI5OBD, way to go, man, and Garrett, KG5KVJ. All right, Garrett, did you know this, man, or are you just pushing buttons over there?
KG5, KVJ. No, actually, my wife's mostly playing. She's a bit of a gardener, but even on her part, it was just a random guess, and I think that it kind of makes sense too. KG5, KVJ, back to that.
Roger, man. Well, congrats on that. Let's see how that did for our ranking. Scott, KI5OBD, is still in the number one spot, 390 points. Leonard, KI5NLC, in the number two spot with 252 points. And Garrett, KG5KVJ, man, an extra 80 points bumped him in the third spot. So my buddy Tom, who is a total gearhead, bought this house in Coppell, and it had roses in the back. And, man, these things were just kind of on the brink of death. And I kept going over to his house, and they kept getting, like, bigger and badder, and they were just, like, growing like gangbusters. And I'm like, man, what are you doing to this? Like, are you some kind of crazy gardener? So, according to him, he was peeing on them because he was trying to kill them. And apparently, if you pee on rose bushes, it does amazing things. So, who would have thunk? But I saw it with my very own eyes because I was quite impressed that he hadn't killed him yet. So, yeah, if you ever need to take a leak, go find your closest rose bush. Question number 7. What common household item, when given as a gift, is said to bring bad luck? Wow, so I would have picked knife here, but y'all seem to think broom is the answer. Broom is the number one answer, followed by knife. Nobody picked chair or candle. So what common household item, when given as a gift, is said to bring bad luck? The correct answer is knife. The superstition suggests that giving a knife as a present will sever the relationship between the giver and recipient. Attaching a coin to the knife, which should immediately be paid back to the gift giver, presents any bad luck and would then not be a gift. So, don't be giving away knives. Not a bad. I've always heard that, if you're going to hand somebody a knife, you hand it to, handle. That way, that things are okay. But never that it was bad luck to give it to them. I've had several give me knives, and we're still friends. So, hey, question number 8 in our superstition and old wives' tale round. A common cross-culture superstition recommends placing this under your pillow at night to ward off bad dreams and evil spirits. So y'all seem to think placing rice under your pillow will do it. I guess it absorbs, like the cell phone it does with the water. Seaweed and rocks coming in a tie for second and third. Nobody picked scissors. So let's see. Do you put rice under your pillow? No, you put scissors. A common superstition across many cultures from Egypt to Japan to the Ozarks advocating placing scissors under a pillow to ward off bad dreams and spirits. I have never heard of this, and sleeping with scissors under the pillow, I would wake up with holes in my face. That's not a good thing. All right, question number 9. What is the name of the hand-carved black cat at London's Savoy Hotel that joins dinner parties with 13 guests?
Next category, please.
We only got one more question after this, and then we're good to go. So I feel you on that. All right, let's see what you think. Oh, look, we got a tie for Nigel and Casper. William coming in 3. Nobody picked on Victoria. So what is the name of this crazy thing? Casper. Casper the cat, a specially commissioned life-size ceramic sculpture that is placed in the 14th seat at the table at dinner parties with just 13 guests. No 13 people around the table. All right, question number 10, and then we'll be moving on to something else. What breakfast food should be rubbed on the skin and then buried in the backyard as means of wart removal, according to one old wives' tale? So I've never heard this at all. This is news to me. Bacon seems to be the number one choice, followed by eggs, toast, and nobody picked pancakes. They're going to rub some pancakes on you and then bury them. So what do you rub on the skin and then bury? It sounds like, what was it? It puts the lotion in the basket. Let's see. What? Bacon. Bacon is it. So legend has it that rubbing warts with bacon, then tying up the bacon with a string and burying it is an effective system of removal. Of course, it just makes you smell like bacon, and there's nothing wrong with that, unless, you know, it's the warty part of your body. Nobody wants to taste a bacon-flavored wart, I can imagine. All right, enough of that crazy talk. Let's fire up the scoreboard, see who did what in round number 2. Scott, way to go, man. KI5OBD is in the number 1 spot with 466 points. Leonard, KI5NLC, maintaining his second spot with 404. And Garrett, KG5KVJ, with 305. Let's go chat with Scott, KI5OBD. He says that he's got beautiful rose bushes in the side of his house. Do you maintain that peeing on the rose bushes works, or are you burying scrap metal out there, man?
Actually, there is a bit of rebar. I still find little pieces of rebar buried back there every once in a while. But, yeah, I did not know that peeing on your rose bushes was good for them, but, I don't often. KI5OBD back to net.
Yeah, man, my buddy Tom had no clue either. He was straight up trying to kill those things, man, and they were the size of the house, so there's something to it. Let's go talk to Leonard, KI5NLC, see if he and Leslie have any rose bushes around the house so they can give us any gardening tips.
Rusty, I might just have to plant some rose bushes before Leslie gets back here down to Kyle and start testing this theory of yours, and we can do some controlled tests, KI5NLC.
Yeah, there we go. We need a control, and so that means you can only pee on one of them, though. You're gonna have the other one, to see what happens. Roger, man. Let's go talk to Garrett, KG5KVJ. Let's, Garrett. Now you pretty much have permission to go pee on the roses.
Well, luckily enough, my wife doesn't actually fancy the fancy plants that much. She keeps trying to grow these tomatoes in the backyard, and the deer keep eating them. But I do have a comment on the gum superstition there, if you want me to say it, or I can save it for intermission. KG5KVJ.
No, man, come on.
Well, I know that one's false because way back when I was in middle school, I really liked this cinnamon-flavored gum. And I'm not one to let food go to waste, so I'd always swallow it. And I'd probably swallow about, one of them giant packs of it in about a day. And I found out later the very hard way that it does pass through your system in a normal time period, and I was picking gum from my rear end, and it was not a fun experience. KG5, KVJ, back to net.
Now that is a visual. That is an absolute fantastic visual. Yeah, I can't tell you, what was it, the bubble tape or whatever, you know, like the 10 feet of bubble gum. I've eaten that and the big lead chew, so. All right, well, now that we got that out of our system, let's fire up all the scores and see. We got Leonard, KI5NLC in the number 1 spot. Anderson, oops, let's see. Sorry, my thing's not. Yep, Anderson, KI5NLK hanging out in the number 2 spot, and Bill, W5ITZ in the number 3 spot. And now for the final, see what the north and the south is. The south is pulling ahead. 431 to the north, 289. Check it out. All right. Well, now that you see that, you know that it's time for another quick intermission, so everybody can take care of business and go refill their cocktails. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check in and join the fun in tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your name. We got 19 people hanging out with us. It's the north versus the south. We do this the first Friday of every month. I'm going to move everybody over into our second intermission. And while I do that, if you have any questions or concerns, please come with your name and call sign now. All right, Philip. So are you going to tell us where the fox is?
There's a map on the Discord channel. Say west of 35, east of the toll road, south of 290, and north of the river are your boundaries. AC5B.
So, did you go for the standard non-musical tune, or did you use your other non-musical tunes as non-music for the Fox this weekend?
set to random. I didn't feel like jacking with it this week. We'll see what happens in the future. AC5G back to that.
Roger, Roger. If y'all are hanging out in Travis County, the Fox is loose. And, I could probably go make an event for that. That way we could actually have that on Discord.
AI5PZN.
Yes, sir, Ernesto.
Just curious, what's the power on that Fox?
I don't actually have a way to measure the actual output power based on the antenna and everything. I think the max it said was 750 milliwatts. I'll have to go look at the specs again. I'm also not running it at full voltage, so it should be putting out a bit less than its max.
Well, right on. Looks like we're going to have to be like really there. Okay, that makes it interesting. Thank you. AI5PZN.
Yeah, honestly, I have not tried really going and listening to it on my own to see what the distance and range is. It might be a good idea just to make sure people can hear it and don't have to be right on top of it or something. But, yeah, I'll keep an eye on Discord, and if anyone's having issues or concerns or anything like that, post it on there, and I'll address them. AC5G.
All right, man, I appreciate you putting the Fox. We're going to go out tomorrow and look for it, and if we can't find it, we'll go again on Sunday. Back to net, Cat5PZN.
Hey, Ernesto, while I got you, so just in case y'all have nothing planned on Sunday, Ernesto and Maria are starting a wind-down net over on the KA5D system. Ernesto, would you be so kind as to share with us what y'all are doing on Sunday?
Hey, thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, we're gonna have the weekend wind-down net on Sunday night. That's through the 220 and Kyle's repeater system. It'll be Mireya and myself hosting it. Just an informal net just to come in and talk about the weekend, how the weekend went, and just hang out and goof around with us. 8 p.m. tomorrow on the 220 and the Kyle, the University Link repeater system on not tomorrow, Sunday night at 8 p.m. Thanks, Rusty, for bringing it up.
You bet. So you heard it here first. If y'all aren't doing anything Sunday night at 8 o'clock, tune in to the KA5D system. I plan on being there because I like being on the first round of anything. So I can't wait for it. And tune in to the wind down net. I threw it in the calendar as well. So for those of you who are listening that don't know what we're talking about, you can head over to n5oak.org and click on the calendar tab, and it will give you all the details, not only for that, but everything that we've got going on as far as fox hunts, nets, anything that's going on for the week. Go check it out. The calendar is quite packed. All right, so we are done with our second intermission. Philip, I have got your event officially happening in the Discord now, so that should fire up for everybody so that we got people hanging out. Oh, check it out. We got Brian, N5TZV, hanging out in the video with us. He's figuring out Discord. Congratulations. Let's go see what round number 3 is all about. And, of course, it's computer parts and processes. So y'all ought to be really good at this, if I say so myself. And before we get round number 3 started, we have to tell you, you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your name, and you can be hanging out. We got 19 people. It is north versus south, and it's time for round number 3, computer parts and processes. All right, Anderson, you ought to win every one of these. Question number 1. Which 3-letter acronym is used to classify the most common type of computer tower? Let's see what you think. ATX is coming in substantially number 1, 79%. CMB coming in second, TMT third, and PDF, well, nobody picked on PDF. So which 3-letter acronym is used to classify the most common type of computer tower? We got a bunch of nerds in the group. ATX is it. ATX cases, which range in size from mini ATX to ATX XL, are defined by their type of motherboard they are equipped to hold. All right, so let's see. TMT, I put that in there just for Matt, and he's not even in the game tonight. Question number 2. The first computer mouse was called the XY position indicator for displays and was made of this. Oh, check it out. All the buttons got pushed. Wood coming in as the number 1 spot. Rubber is second, and then we had a tie for plastic and steel. So what was the first so-called mouse made out of? It was made out of wood. It was created by Douglas Engelbart at Stanford University in 1964 and was made completely of wood. All right. Question number 3. John von Neumann, creator of modern computer architecture, was involved in the development of nuclear weapons dubbed the Blank Project. Well, a whopping 95% think it was the Manhattan Project. Enigma coming in second. Nobody picked Atomic or Los Alamos. So what was it? Yeah, it was the Manhattan Project. Developed architecture that became the template for all modern computers. During World War II, von Neumann was involved in the development of the hydrogen bomb, also known as the Manhattan Project. Question number 4. Which grunge-era band shares its name with the Police AI computer system in the 1993 Sylvester Stallone film Demolition Man? So I totally would have been guessing on this one. Let's see. Ooh, 75% said Nirvana. You can't be wrong on that one. Candlebox coming in second. L7 coming in third. Nobody picked on Hammerbox. Can't imagine why. Let's see. 75% of you, yeah, y'all are wrong. The correct answer is L7. And the only person, or the people that got this right was Garrett, KG5, KVJ, and Bill, N5SMO. Way to go, Bill. Let's go chat with Garrett and see, man, did you know this?
Actually, I kind of sort of did. I was able to make an educated guess, but I had watched that film recently with my wife, and it's a utopia. And they're so polite in this utopia. The police force is so, weakened. L7 made the most absolute sense. They would never call anything a hammerbox. KG5, KVJ, back to net.
Roger, Roger, man. Well, Bill, I'm just going to tell everybody you knew what it was since we can't go talk to Bill. So, way to go, Bill, for making that happen. We're on question number 5, and that's going to be halfway through our computer round. Let's see what it says. Which computing giant developed the Model 350, the first hard disk drive? So it's a tie. It's either going to be IBM or HP. It's not a tie at all. IBM came in 90%, HP 10%. Nobody picked Dell or Lenovo. So which computer giant developed the Model 350, the first hard disk drive? The correct answer is IBM. The IBM Model 350 was a cabinet of 50 2-foot diameter disks that weighed 1,700 pounds and could hold a whopping 5 megabytes of data. So there's 2 people that picked HP. They're not in the same house, but they picked it. Ernesto, KI5PZN, and Maria, KI5SYX. They both picked HP. So let's go see if Maria is actually, if we can chat with her. Maria, how did you pick HP, and are you and Ernesto just like kinetically bound somehow? All right, she might be receive only. So let's go talk to Ernesto. Ernesto, what are the odds that you and Maria would pick the same answer? That's crazy.
That goes to show you. we only know how to turn the key on those things. We don't know anything about computers. We just know how to use it.
Roger, Roger, man. All right, well, that's the halfway point in round number 3. We're going to fire up the scoreboard and see. Ooh, check it out. Jeffrey, KI5MVF in the number 1 spot. Anderson, KI5NLK in the number 2 spot. And Trina in the number 3 spot. All right. Well, while y'all are checking out your scores, we got to let everybody know. You're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. We got 20 people hanging out with us so far. And question number 6 is coming up, so it's time to place your bets, see what you can do. Okie dokie, here we go. What was the original name of computer processor giant Intel when it was founded in 1968? So let's see what you think. We got core processors coming in first, Pentium coming in second. Then it was a tie for NM Electronics or Fairchild Systems. So what was the original name of Intel when it was founded in 1968? NM Electronics, founded in July 1968 by Robert Noyce and Gordon Moore. Intel started life as NM Electronics before buying the name Intel from a hotel chain, Intel Co., by the end of that same month. All right, so we got to see who knew this. Bill, N5SMO, way to go, Bill. Ernesto, saving a little face, KI5PZN, you got that right. And Jeffrey, KI5MVF. Let's go chat with Jeffrey out in Ding Dong, Texas. Jeffrey, man, did you know this?
I did not outright know it, but I knew it was NM or Fairchild. I knew that Pentium and Core were just the product line.
All right, well, let's see what that did to your scores. Jeffrey is still in the number 1 spot. He gained 361 points off of that one. Way to go, man. Anderson, KI5NOK, he got that one wrong, but it didn't cost him any points, so he's in the number 2 spot. And Steve, KI5HWD, is in the number 3 spot. Now, congratulations on that. So we're going to move on to question number 7. What does the term Wi-Fi stand for? All right, let's see what you think. Wireless fidelity coming in the number 1 spot. Wireless field in the number 2 spot. Wireless file transfer in the number 3 spot. And a big old nothing coming in 4th. So what does the term Wi-Fi stand for? Absolutely nothing. Wi-Fi means nothing at all. It was a marketing term made up by the Wi-Fi Alliance, a consortium of people who decide on the future of technology. Oh, Bill, man, what a night to not have an antenna. Bill, N5SMO got that right. I know Bill, so I'm pretty sure he knew that. Sky, N5LX, he got it right as well. Sky, you're one of 2 that knew this. Were you certain on this, or were you just guessing?
N5LX. I actually knew it. I learned it from one of the guys at work. I worked in IT. I was a hardware guy, not a software guy, and I just remember overhearing somebody say that.
Roger, man. Well, it's a good thing you were standing by the water cooler. You and Bill are the only 2 that made that one happen. All right, question number 8. Which category of hardware includes all USB, sound, display, internet, and other ports? Well, it's looking like I/O is the number 1 spot. IDE and PCB tied for 2nd and 3rd, and nobody picked on ASIO. So what category of hardware includes all USB, sound, display, internet, and other ports? I/O. It stands for input, output, and refers to all the various ports where peripherals can be plugged in on your computer. All right, well, congrats. 80% knew that one, so we got some I/O people in the bunch. Question number 9. How many keys are found on the average QWERTY keyboard? So many keys on the keyboard. 104 keys is 88 and 96. Nobody picked on 106, which is interesting. So how many keys are there on the average QWERTY keyboard? We got a bunch of dorks, man. 104 is correct. While there's no true industry standard, most QWERTY keyboards are developed to the Windows specifications of 104 keys, but the number of keys can vary from model to model. Wow. So I would have gotten that wrong more than likely. It would have been between 104 and 106, but yeah, no clue. Question number 10. In 1991, researchers at Cambridge University created the first webcam in order to monitor this. Man, I remember those Connectix cameras, and if you look at those ports, those are ADB ports. I had a 9500, a Mac 9500, man. And you could do See You, See Me over dial-up. Oh, man, the world was just a new and exciting place. So why did they create this thing to watch Y'all seem to think it's either a test subject or a coffee machine. Baby Bird's coming in third. Nobody picked on bathroom breaks. That's just kind of creepy. So let's see, what do they make this thing for? They monitored the coffee machine. Researchers at Cambridge were sick of taking trips to the faculty lounge only to find there was no coffee. So they built the first webcam to monitor the coffee's machine levels. There you have it. All right, so let's fire up the scoreboard and see who did what. We got Jeffrey, KI5MVF in the number 1 spot. Bill, N5SMO in the number 2 spot. And Anderson, way to go, buddy. KI5NLK in the number 3 spot. Jeffrey, KI5MVF, what say you, ding dong?
I'm surprised I'm doing as well as I am, considering there are some industry professionals in here. And then, I watch a lot of YouTube. If you guys know Linus Tech Tips on YouTube, I enjoy their channel. They just put out good content. But yeah, through and through, just a nerd, I guess. KI5MVF, back to net.
Roger, roger, man. Well, Bill, N5SMO, we're going to say big congratulations to you, sir, for being in the number 2 spot. I personally learned everything I know about computers by watching Sandra Bullock in the net. Let's go talk to Anderson, KI5NLK. Way to go, buddy, number 3.
Hey, what's shaking, Rusty? That was good. Oh, this is going to be great. I know all these. And then they were off the wall crazy. So those were good picks.
Well, hey, man, you still got 6 out of 10. You got 497 points, so you can't go wrong at that. Let's add up all 3 rounds and see what we're doing. Oh, check it out, Mr. I Don't Know Anything is in the number 1 spot for the Friday Night Trivia Net, 1,245 points. Jeffrey, KI5MVF, in the number 2 spot, and Leonard, KI5NLC, in the number 3 spot. And that's going to bring us to our North versus South totals. The South is rising 686 points to the North 567 points. All right, well, we're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org. Click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. The newest person we have to the net so far is Kenny. He's all the way out in Houston. Kenny, do you have a call sign?
KI5TLX. Yes, this is Kenny.
Is that KI5 Tango Lima Alpha?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Well, congratulations and
is
thanks for hanging
contact,
out with us all the way from
I don't
Houston,
know how
Texas. We got you in there with your call sign. So let's get everybody moved over into our third intermission. If you have any questions or concerns, please come with your name and call sign now.
KG5KVJ.
Go ahead, sir.
Not gonna lie, that keyboard question threw me off. I always recalled them as 105 key keyboard, but I figured it was 106, so 104 kind of is what I went for.
Yeah, I would have totally been guessing on that one as well. So and there's one, I mean, like 2 off, so you had to kind of guess it was one of those 2.
I do want to give kudos to anybody who crafted that question because that was a pretty good question. It did throw me for a loop with those two answers of 104 and 106. Like, everybody knows it's 105 keys.
Yeah, you know, I should have changed all the answers so that they were all 1 off, just to make you really think. All right, that's going to do it for our third intermission. We're going to get everybody moved over into round number 4, and it's the Monty Python round. This one's going to be a fun one. While everybody's getting back to their device, we're going to let you know you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game, but this is round number 4, and it's the end. If y'all know anything about Monty Python, now is the time to check in and see how well you can do. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org. Click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. Kenny is our newest player. Welcome aboard, Kenny. We're going to get to see how y'all do with the Monty Python round. I'm going to let the repeaters take a quick break, and we will be back with question number 1.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
All right. Everybody's excited for the Monty Python round. Here we go. Question number 1. Who played King Arthur in the Britons of 1975 Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Well, let's see what you think. John Cleese coming in the number 1, Graham Chapman 2nd, Terry Gilliam 3rd, and Eric Idle 4th. So let's see who played Arthur, King of the Britons in 1975 Monty Python's The Holy Grail. It was Graham Chapman who played him. 33%. All right, this is starting off slow. Question number 2. Which of these sketches is not included in Monty Python's first film, and now for something completely different? Wow, more than half of you say it's the Knights Who Say Knee. We got a tie for Nudge Nudge and the Dead Parrot for 2nd and 3rd, and Marriage Guidance Counselor number 4th. So which one of these was not included? Y'all are correct. The dreaded Knights Who Say Knee debuted in the troupe's 2nd film, 1975 Monty Python and the Holy Grail. All right. I would have been hard-pressed on that one. Question number 3. What Monty Python ditty is one of the most requested songs for funerals in the UK? Well, yep, always look on the bright side of life is the number 1 answer. The Lumberjack song is the 2nd. Meaning of life 3rd, and nobody picked on Christmas in Heaven. Let's see what it is. Yep, always look on the bright side of life. Although the Lumberjack song is definitely my favorite. At Graham Chapman's funeral in 1989, John Cleese became the first person to say the F word during a televised British memorial service, and everyone in attendance joined along in singing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Question number 4 in the Monty Python round. Which of these scenes is from the 1979 film Monty Python's Life of Brian? Alright, well, we don't have a real easy way to describe these, so let's just see what everybody picked, and let's see what the correct answer is. 35% of you got it right. When funded for Monty Python's Life of Brian, when funding for Monty Python's Life of Brian was pulled days before production was scheduled to start, former Beatle George Harrison formed the Handmade Films production company to secure financing. All right, 35% of you picked out the correct answer. Question number 5, and halfway through round number 4, which member of Monty Python was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota? We all seem to think Terry Gilliam was the number one answer, and y'all are correct. The only non-British born member of the troupe is Terry Gilliam, born in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 1949. All right, we've made it halfway through round number 4. We got Scott, KI5OBD, hanging out in the number 1 spot, Leonard, KI5NLC, in the number 2 spot, and Sky, N5LX, in the number 3 spot. We got to tell everybody that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game, but we got 5 questions left, so you better do it now. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org, n5oak.org, and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. Looks like we got one more player in the game as well. Let's see who our newest player is, if I can pull that up. Oh, nope, it just lied to me. Kenny is still our newest player. So, Kenny, the game just seems to like you even more. All right, question number 6. This is where we get to bet all of our points, and we'll see how round number 4 will end. Y'all place your bets. Let's see what question number 6 brings. All right, here we go. Which of these is not used to describe the titular bird in the classic Flying Circus sketch, Dead Parrot? Well, you lit up all the buttons. Shuffled off this mortal coil, or the first and second. Given up the ghost is third, and bereft of life is on the 4th. So, which of these is not used to describe the bird in the classic Flying Circus sketch, Dead Parrot? Given up the ghost. In the sketch, John Cleese returns the recently purchased parrot back to the pet store owner, Michael Palin, and claims it was deceased when he purchased it. However, given up the ghost is not one of the expressions used. That was a fantastic skit. All right, let's see what that did to the score. That's got Scott in the number 1 spot. Way to go, man. Nick and Leanna in the 2nd spot, NM5NU, and Leonard, KI5NLC, in the number 3 spot. All right, question number 7 in the Monty Python round. Who plays the rude and obese Mr. Creosote in 1983's Monty Python's The Meaning of Life? Well, it's pretty evenly spread here. So we got a tie for Michael Palin and Terry Jones for 1st and 2nd. Terry Gilliam and Eric Idle coming in as 3rd and 4th. The correct answer, Terry Jones. Terry Jones plays the morbidly obese Mr. Creosote, whose gluttony results in a very unsavory situation. All right, question number 8. Connie Booth, who was once married to John Cleese, played this character on the UK cult sitcom Fawlty Towers. My favorite was Manuel. He was my favorite character on Fawlty Towers. All right, let's see what y'all think. Polly is coming in number 1, followed by Sybil, Miss Tibbs, and Audrey. So who did Connie Booth play? She played Polly. Set in a seaside hotel, Fawlty Towers was created by John Cleese and his then-wife Connie Booth. On the show, Basil Fawlty's wife Sybil was played by Prunella Scales, and waitress Polly was played by Connie Booth. Question number 9, wrapping up the old Monty Python round. Which of these is not a leisure activity undertaken by Michael Palin in the Lumberjack song? I'm a lumberjack and it's okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Bake some pies is the number 1 answer, followed by hang around in bars, and a tie for press wildflowers and cut down trees. So what are we not doing in the lumberjack song? We're baking some pies. So the lumberjack participates in several leisure activities such as sleep all night and work all day, cut down trees, skip and jump, and put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. He does not, however, bake some pies. 45%, way to go. All right, question number 10, and that's going to be the end of round number 4. A species of this was named after Monty Python's co-founder, John Cleese, in 2005. So bird is the number 1 answer, followed by lemur, and then a tie for jellyfish and spider for 3rd and 4th. So what species was named after the Monty Python co-founder John Cleese? Yeah, it was a lemur. It was a lemur, and check that out. Y'all got that right. All right, well, that's going to do it for round number 4. Let's add up the scores and see how we did. Oh, check it out. We got Nick and Leanna in the number 1 spot in M5NU. Scott, KI5OVD, kicking off into the 2nd round, and Anderson, KI5NLK, in the number 3 spot. So let's go out to Placitas, New Mexico, and check in with Nick and Leanna in M5NU. Congratulations on winning round number 4. You only missed 1. Which one of these got you?
Rusty, was the lemur question. I wasn't too sure about that one, but my daughter Leslie, she actually got that right, and so congratulations to her on that. But when I knew we had the Python thing coming up, I figured we'd do pretty good. I probably would have done better as far as points wise if I didn't wait so long. I was unsure about a couple of them, so I kind of waited and then selected. But yeah, that was a fun category, and we've always been big fans of Fawlty Towers, so that was a good one too. That's a lot of fun. NM5NU, back to net.
Oh, what got me? Which one was born in Minneapolis? And I picked the wrong Terry. Let's see. The Fawlty Towers question. I thought it was a Monty Python category. Okay. And the species. The last question. The species named after John Cleese. I picked jellyfish. And then I kind of second guessed myself. I thought it would have been a bird because of the whole thou shalt not pass, the questions to cross the bridge, about the African or European swine. But yeah, so I missed 3 of them. But I remember Monty Python from back in the day when I was a kid. We'd watch Saturday Night Live and then Monty Python when it was over. KI5OBD, back to net.
Right on, man. You're starting to sound like Sammy with this whole, thought it was a Monty Python. But I get you. John Cleese was in there, so that was a little bit of a stretch. Faulty Towers. All right, well, let's go talk to Anderson, KI5NLK. We're going to need a little more audio out of you. Last time you were a little quiet, so if you can be a little bit louder, it would be great. Anderson, number 3 spot. You got 6 out of 10. Which one nailed you, man?
Hey, Rusty, KI5NLK. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm on an HT in the house. The ones that always get me are the names. I never know actor names. You know what I mean? I'll watch the whole show and I don't know who's who.
Yeah, I'm horrible with that. I'm horrible with remembering their names, you know, their character names. I'm bad with music. I can like sing things and know things by notes, but I don't know who in the world it is. So yeah, I feel you on that one. All right, well there's the top 3 for round number 4. Let's add up the scores and see how we did tonight. Who is the big winner for the Friday night trivia net tonight? It is Scott, KI5OBD, in the number 1 spot with 1,688 points. Anderson, KI5NLK, in the number 2 spot with 1,610 points. And Nick and Leanna, NM5NU, in the number 3 spot. So let's go and talk to Scott yet again. Congratulations, Scott, on winning this week's Friday night trivia net. What you got planned for the weekend, man?
Well, first of all, I am shocked. I was not expecting that, especially after I bet all my points a couple of times and lost. This weekend, man, our lawn maintenance guy's out of town, and at least the backyard's got to get cut so the dogs can go potty, because you know otherwise there might be snakes. Yeah, so yard work and trying to rest up after last weekend and the drive home. Wow, fun game. KI5OBD.net. Or, yeah, KI5OBD, back to net.
Right on, man. Well, you know, dog poop it'll scare the snakes away. So, you know, the more dog poop back there, the better you are. So I wouldn't worry with that. Anderson, KI5NLK, is in the number 2 spot, 1,610 points. What's going on at your house this weekend, Anderson?
I don't know that we got a whole lot going on. I think it's just going to be some, you know, keeping the kiddo happy.
Right on. That is a forever task. Well, y'all have fun keeping the little one at bay. Let's go out to Placitas, New Mexico, talk to Nick and Leanna again. NM5NU, congratulations on number 3 in tonight's Trivia Net. What's going on out there this weekend?
Hey, thanks very much, Rusty. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with the Monty Python category, and we did pretty good with the classic TV commercials as well. Those were my two good categories, but in the middle there, I kind of lost it all too when I bet all my points and then didn't get those right. And not too much going on the weekend, but unfortunately we have to send Leslie home tomorrow. So she's got like right around midday, I think, right? Yeah, around noon, midday direct flight, fortunately, from Albuquerque to Austin. So we're going to send her back home to Leonard, and we're going to be sorry to see her go, but I know she's looking forward to getting home. So that's the story here. NM5NU, back to net.
Roger, man. Well, speaking of the devil, we got to go talk to Leonard next, KI5NLC, because he is in the number 4 spot in tonight's Trivia Net. Leonard, you got anything fun going on this weekend? Are you? I know you're excited to see Leslie.
Yeah, definitely excited to get Leslie back here. Thankfully, she was able to extend her trip an extra day so she could enjoy the great company out there in Placitas, New Mexico, just a little bit longer. Tomorrow will be the mad dash to clean. I've let the house go a little bit while I've been at work, and the dogs have kind of taken over, but we'll make sure it's spick and span before Leslie gets back. KI5NLC.
Yeah, man, as long as it's clean before she gets home, it never happens. So, all right, well, you and the dogs have fun. And we'll go talk to Jeffrey, KI5MVF out in Ding Dong, Texas. Jeffrey, we know you got the Airbnb, and it's Ashley's birthday, so we kind of know what's going on out there. But what else y'all got going on this weekend?
Yeah, I think Brandon and Emily, KI5MVE, are going to come up tomorrow morning. We're going to go on a hike and then just hang out a little bit before dinner. And then the water park up here out near Belton has like an adult swim night, BYOB and all that. And so I think it'll be a good fun time. And then Sunday is MotoGP, and I think all four of us are going to stick around to watch that. If we can get streaming to work. I will say the internet tonight has been interesting. I'm Echolink over the phone, but Wi-Fi at the house for playing the game, and we had to try a couple different configurations before we actually got something that worked reliably internet-wise. But yeah, not a whole lot. KI5 and VF, back to net.
Roger, man. Well, yeah, it's always interesting to see what the internet will do in the middle of nowhere. It's the same way out at the ranch. They oversubscribe the wireless out there so bad that cellular is pretty much the only way to go. Well, y'all have fun out there. Let's go talk to Ernesto, KI5PZN. Ernesto, what are you doing this weekend, man?
Hey, Rusty. Thanks again for running the net. It was really fun one. Talking to Mireille earlier, she was trying to do the Echolink, but I think I need to look into her phone and fix that stuff for her. But yeah, we're going to do breakfast tomorrow, Waterloo, 8 a.m., because I like that. And then some fox hunting for the weekend, and the weekend wind down net on Sunday night. And I'm actually going to be running the UT net on next Wednesday as well, so be fun next couple of days, so looking forward to it. KI5BZN, back to net.
Right on, man. So are you kind of nervous for the wind down net on Sunday since it's the first one? And I think it's your first ever net, right?
Yeah, but I have no shame, so I'm actually looking forward to it. I like talking to people.
Right on, man. Well, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we will check in and see how you're doing on Sunday. Let's go talk to the birthday girl herself, Ashley, KI5MVF. You got anything? I hear that that nighttime adult-only park is also clothing optional. So what say you on the birthday for tomorrow?
Well, I don't know about that, but looking forward to a chill, mostly restful weekend. I've had quite a few crazy busy weeks and weekends, so I think it'll be nice to just kind of chill in nature and hopefully just have a relaxing weekend and the water park.
Right on. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and happy birthday again. Let's say congratulations to Steve, KI5HWD. He's receive only. He's in number 8 spot, and Bill, W5ITZ, is in the number 9 spot. He's all the way out in Granada, Texas. He's part of the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. Bill, what's going on out there this weekend?
Hey, good evening, folks. Well, we're just actually babysitting 2 grandchildren in Spring, Texas, so getting to give my clear node a little bit of workout. We've really enjoyed connecting with you guys from Crossroads Ham Radio Clubs, and look forward to chatting with you guys way into the future. 73 to all, this is W5ITZ, back to net.
Roger, man. Yeah, I'm glad that y'all found us. This has been a lot of fun. Well, we're going to wrap up the number 10 spot with Leslie, NM5NU. This is the last time she can use that call sign, and then she'll go back to the KI5NLC So, Leslie, I know you've been on a whirlwind trip. You were up in Colorado, and now you're in New Mexico, and you're about to be back in Texas. How's your little mini whirlwind vacation been?
It has been really, really fun. Got to meet my parents' new puppy, and we drove through the Southwest, and now we've just been hanging out at the house for, 3-4 days now? Well, 4 days, because I decided to stay an extra day, so we didn't have to get up at 3:30 in the morning for a flight. But yeah, it's been wonderful, and I'm really excited to get back into town and see my dogs and see my husband, and yeah. And my dogs first! Leonard, I'm sorry. All right, NM5NU Placitas, back to the net.
She loves you, Leonard. She loves you so much that she's happy to see the dogs first. Just get the house clean, man, so you're not in the dog house, because it sounds like the dog's going to be in the bed. All right, well, for those of you who are new and haven't checked in, we got one more round. It's the elimination round, and this one is a lot of fun. You only get one chance to do it. Once you answer wrong, then we got to send you home. So we're going to move everybody over into the elimination round right now and get all that set up. So here it is. You got to take all the time you want, as long as it's less than 15 seconds, and you got to get it right. No points. You just got to get it right, and we're going to see how many rounds that we can make it. There's 10 questions. We've made it all the way to question 10 a couple of times, not a whole lot. So let's see how you do tonight. We've got 16 people still hanging out with us for the elimination round. So let's let the repeater take just a quick breath. We will come back with the elimination round. And remember, take your time. All you got to do, you got to be right. That's all you got to do. Let's see how far we can get. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the central computer hub that allows peripheral components to communicate with each other? This sounds like it's going to be a hard one until you see the answers. All right, well, let's see. We got 87% picked the motherboard, 13% picked the mother slot, and God bless you for doing it. Nobody picked mothership or mother chain. So let's see, what is the name of the central computer hub that allows peripheral components to communicate with each other? It is the motherboard. The motherboard is the correct answer. Although I gotta say, we gotta give credit where credit's due. We got 13 survivors left: Sky, N5LX, and Steve, KI5HWD. Y'all picked the mother slot, and that is absolutely fantastic. That's the best question to go out on. So good night, gentlemen. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you here next weekend, or next Friday. We're going to go to question number 2. See, we got 13 people hanging out with us. Let's see what question number 2 is. What brand greeted the world with "What's up" in a series of popular ads from the early 2000s? We'll check that out. 100. Oh, no, we got one that picked on Domino's. That was the very last minute. Budweiser, 92% of you. Domino's, 8%. So which one was it? Yeah, it was Budweiser. The first Budweiser What's Up commercial, based on a short film by Charles Stone III, aired during Monday Night Football on December 20th, 1999. Well, that means we have 11 survivors. And we got to say goodnight to Philip, AC5G, and Brian, N5TZV. Good night, gentlemen. We'll see you next Friday. All right, we got 11 people left. Let's see who can answer number 3. The repetition of what word on the first day of the month is believed to bring good luck for the rest of the month? All right, let's see what you think. So there's a tie for blessings and lucky. Rabbit coming in third. Nobody picked gold. So what do you say a lot on the first day of the month to bring good luck for the rest of the month? The correct answer is rabbit. I've never in my life heard this. But yeah, so you got to say rabbit a lot on the first day of the month. So funny enough, that leaves us with 3 survivors. Maria, Ernesto, and Leonard. That took out the rest of the crew. So let's say goodnight to Leslie, NM5NU, Layla, N5TZV, Nick and Leanna, NM5NU, Anderson, KI5NLK, Scott, KI5OBD, Garrett, KG5KVJ, and Kenny, KI5TLA. All right. We're at question number 4. We got Maria, Ernesto, and Leonard. Let's see how y'all do. All right, here we go. It is taboo to give a blank as a gift in China, as the phrase for this act sounds like the phrase for attending a funeral. What is it? Well, let's see. A clock coming in number 1 and a loaf of bread. Nobody picked picture frame or bracelet. So what is it taboo to give in China because the phrase for this act sounds like the phrase for attending a funeral? Yeah, you don't give a clock. That's what it is. So that's going to leave us down to Maria and Leonard. We got to say goodnight to Trina and Doug, KG5UNK, and Ernesto, KI5PZN. All right, Maria and Leonard, here we go. Question number 5. What colored jersey is worn by the leading rider in every stage of the Tour de France? All right, let's see what they picked. Oh, they both went with yellow. All right, well, let's see if that's correct. Oh, it is. All right. All right, y'all. So we still got it neck and neck, Maria and Leonard. All right, question number 6. Let's see if I can make it past this one. What is the highest ranking level in Cub Scouting? Let's see what they picked. Wolf. Is Wolf the highest ranking level in Cub Scouting? Scott's shaking his head no. Let's see, is Scott right? Yup, it is Arrow of Light. Arrow of Light is the highest ranking level in Cub Scouting. So that means we have no more survivors, and we got to say goodnight to Leonard, KI5NLC, and Mireya, KI5SYX. Congratulations for making it all the way to question number 6. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. We hope you had a good time hanging out with us. The Friday Night Trivia Net is a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, and made possible through the generosity of people just like you. For more information on the club, becoming a member, or to learn how you can donate, visit us online at n5oak.org. I'd also like to thank Kyle, KA5D, for linking his repeater system for tonight's game. If you'd like to see all the fun things Kyle's up to or just want more information about the KA5D repeater system, visit him at ka5d.com. That also is said for our lucky Crossroads Ham Radio Club. If y'all want to go check them out, they've linked into us, so if you're joining us from Houston or they're around, you can go check out the Crossroads Ham Radio Club at crhrc.org, and we do thank them for stopping in. Before you close your web browser, stop in and check out the BBS. We've got all kinds of fun door games, Legends of the Red Dragon, Trade Wars, you name it. We also have TriviaNet, player rankings, stats, net logs, net check-ins. All of this can be found on the website as well. Don't forget, we have a fox hunt, thanks to Philip for making that happen. So if you want to do the fox hunt, it's going to be going until Sunday or until the battery runs out. Don't forget, we also have a new net starting on Sunday. It's the wind down net over on the KA5D system. So go check out Ernesto, KI5PZN, for that. That'll be a lot of fun. This is WZ5 BBS, and it is time to bring tonight's TriviaNet to a close. I'm going to send a signal to the repeaters and switch them back into regular amateur use. And while they're doing that, I would like to say thank y'all for inviting us into your home tonight. Have a great weekend. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you right here next Friday for the Friday night TriviaNet. Y'all be safe. 73, y'all.
Hey, we had a great time, and safe travels, man. Good game, KG5 UNK.
Roger, roger, Doug. Thank you, sir.
KG5, KVJ, want to say thanks, Rusty, for running the net. And have a good evening. 73.
You bet, and we totally glazed over this one yet again, and Anderson knew it. Get him south 1, 953 to the north 757. So congrats to the south for evening it out. Now I think it's 6-6 on that one. So yeah, y'all have a great weekend.
Rusty, what website do I go to find those door games?
So if you go to the home page on WZ5BBS.com, it's where you are right now for the trivia, but if you go to the BBS, if you look at the top far left, it says BBS, and that will actually take you, it's a little Java applet that will log you right into my BBS.
Wow, what BBS software are you using to run that? Is that like Wildcat or something? I mean, this is like totally 90s, me growing up as a teenager stuff. This is AI5OS.
So I ran a Wildcat board in high school, and that was where I wanted to be WC5, but I couldn't do that because I think it was Aries or Races. So that's why I went to WZ5 BBS. But yeah, this is Synchronet, and with Synchronet you can telnet into it because nobody has phone lines in their house anymore. That's just insanity. But yeah, man, so if you go click on the BBS link, you can go and log into the BBS and get all the ANSI-based fun that you want.
Ooh, yeah, Trade Wars, Legend of Red Dragon. Oh man, yeah, I love Trade Wars. That's awesome.
Well, it has been a while since Big Bang, and so there's probably quite a bit of aliens running around causing all kinds of havoc. So feel free to let me know if I need to blow it up and start over again. But yeah, it's one of those things. I think I've got like 90 or so door games on there, and I do it just for me because I love it. And same thing in high school, it's just it's like my little super happy place.
Roger that. Yeah, there were times I used to play. I was a big fan. A couple of friends and I had a. It was a software called Galactica Major BBS, and There used to be a couple of games. One was called Galactic Empire, and the other one was called Mutants, and they were text-based games, and you could actually, it was like playing the Lost Treasures of Infocom and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, totally, man. We got our board listed in the computer shopper, and that thing was like 2 inches thick and massive publication. But yeah, we would go and I ran it was a 1-node board with Wildcat and Windows 3.1 was what we were running. And yeah, man, we had all kinds of fun with that thing. We had a Supra 14.4 modem. Dude, we were the bomb.
Yeah, a good old Supra 14.4 modem. I had one of those, and of course, when I was a kid, it was 2400 baud. I was like in 4th, 5th grade, and it was like, man, you are rolling. Can't get any faster than that. So, cool beans. All right. Well, I won't hold you to it there, but you said door games and ANSI games, and my high school nerd had to come out.
Oh, totally, man. I get it. Like I said, it's I do it because I love it, not because I got a lot of people that go and play on the BBS. But every time I go in there, man, it makes me smile. So it's cheap therapy. Go play some ANSI text games. But yeah, man. Have a good night, Justin. We'll holler at you later. AI5OS WZ5 BBS. Have a good weekend, sir.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, I'm going to go see if I can play around on 6 meters and see if the band is still open. AI5OS.